What's up guys? Good morning from Dhaka, Bangladesh. Joy here. I'll be doing a video on a very special topic today. The topic is, as you can see from title, it's Dior Sauvage and its siblings. What I mean by siblings is Dior Sauvage, it's such a popular DNA. Every single company, you guys know this, like they have their own version of sort of like Bleu, Ambrox and Bomb, fresh and clean, crowd pleaser, that kind of a release. And I have chosen from my collection at least, I think 11, 12, I lost track. So anyway, there are like quite a few of them, and I think I just am missing one of the major ones. I'm missing is this one. It's called Prada Luna Rosa Carbon. That one I haven't bought. I am really interested in that one. But anyway, so here we go. Without wasting much further time, this is Dior Sauvage. Okay, I have gone through more or less few bottles of it, so I know this fragrance through and through. So this fragrance, what this is, when it came out at first, the history with me with this one is, when it came out at first, I was in Malaysia 2015, and end of 2015 or something, I went to try it. I tried Dior Homme Intense, I tried Dior Homme Sport, I tried Dior Homme, Dior Homme Parfum. This one was my least favorite. I smelled it on the paper. I'm like, why should I pay so much on this particular fragrance just because it's a Dior? It smells just like any other common crowd pleaser, normal fragrance, right? And then, in the end, hype kind of got to me. I got a small 60 ml bottle. I used it. I reviewed it. The thing is, actually, I didn't get any performance from that in Malaysia, but in Bangladesh, different story. So Dior Sauvage, it's actually proven to be one of my favorite fragrances much later. So it was like up and down, that kind of story with this. So basically what Dior Sauvage is, it's the long lasting, very very strong crowd pleaser. It gets attention. It has Ambrox, it has ISO super, so it has right elements for attracting people. That's what basically this is, a top seller. And of course, thanks to all the reviewers who reviewed and hyped it up. So thanks to the community as well, I guess. So Dior Sauvage, actually, it's sort of now is benchmark today in today's market because of the trend of the market. Like everybody judges similar kind of fragrance based on this one, or in opposed to this one, where does it stand opposed to Dior Sauvage. But the funny thing is, Dior Sauvage actually is not the first fragrance who deserves the credit in this sort of fragrance. I would say Bleu de Chanel is the one that deserves the credit. I am gonna show you this one also today here. But anyway, let's make it a fun subject. Let's keep it about Dior Sauvage. So that's Dior Sauvage for you. It has some, I get some pineapple, I get some calibre and bergamot. It's sweet, it's long lasting. It's sort of like there's very nominal weakness in this fragrance. It's sort of like all rounder. Pick it up, dumb rich, use, go. That's it. You're good to go for the day. That is Dior Sauvage for you. So first fragrance, I'm not gonna rank them. I'm just gonna pick up a random fragrance. Just gonna talk about it compared to Sauvage, where they stand. First fragrance I'm going to talk about, Dior Sauvage EDP. So this fragrance, the moment it came out in Bangladesh, I got the very first bottle, and I really couldn't wait any longer because I love Dior Sauvage so much. So this fragrance, it's a little bit sweeter. It's a little bit more tonka bean, I think so, to my nose, and it has more depth. I think this is more suit and tie, more formal, more nighttime compared to Dior Sauvage. I think some people say this one doesn't have good performance. God, mistake, not true at all. This has as good performance as EDT, but EDT projects more than this one. But this is not a weak projector. This is 10 for projection, this is 9. Okay, and people can detect it from very far. So it's a very nice fragrance. Let it go, let some more time go. It's gonna grow and it's gonna become another top seller. So I think I like it. It has a little bit more darker sweetness to it. I like that. And I think it has a little bit more sophisticated aura about it. Okay, so Dior Sauvage EDP compared to Sauvage, I think if you ask me, I prefer this one in terms of smell. The EDT is a little bit more aggressive. This is less aggressive, more handsome. Okay, so this is like right behind EDT in terms of performance, but very very solid choice. Okay, EDP. Next one, let me show you. I'm going very quickly because I'm gonna have a lot of fragrance in my lineup to show you. Next one, let's talk about Versace's Bleu. So this has a very beautiful bottle. If you can see, my juice level is very almost finished. It's not much left. I think about good 10 ml left. So this one, I like the gold and the blue combo. Very beautiful bottle. So this is from the Versace Puram line, and it's supposed to be a flanker of Versace Puram. Nope, they made a fragrance that smells like what? Dior Sauvage, and it has ambroxan as well. It's an ambroxan bomb. So this one also smells a little bit like just like Sauvage, same way it Sauvage is built. This has been built. This one doesn't have any character. Okay, excuse me. What I mean by it doesn't have any character, that means this one doesn't have that any particular note that you pick up like, wow, I get pineapple from it. It has a genuine pineapple note. No, this smells like another super crowd pleaser. It gets attention. People will be like, oh, you smell good, nice. You see what Sauvage has effects on others, it also has. It has good performance, but I recommend this for the evening wear. Do not wear this in the daytime in summer's day. It will be a big mistake. You can wear it sort of like a springtime, evening time when it's a little bit cool. It lasts a very long time. It projects very long time. So unlike Versace Puram, which has low longevity, this one has very good performance. So still one of the solid choices. So let's give it a mark. Dior Sauvage, let's say it's a 10. Okay, Dior Sauvage EDP, I'll give this like a 9. Okay, Versace Dylan Blue, I'll give this like an 8 out of 10. Okay, so the marks are going less, but it's not going to be the case. But definitely check out Versace's Dylan Blue, very solid choice for you youngsters especially. Next, let me show you this one, Mr. Burberry. So this is more actually in line with Bleu de Chanel, they say, but it has its own smell going on. It has a minty, sort of like a handsome and a very nice bottle as well. I really love the bottle. So it has very strong presence. People say this one doesn't have any good longevity. Wrong. It has very good longevity, very good projection. Okay, so what I really like about it, it's different enough from Sauvage. It is same line there, but if this was released from Chanel, people would buy this $120. Write it down. Okay, do not ignore this fragrance because of the hate it gets in the community. The EDP is nice, but this one, the EDT, this is pretty one of my favorite fragrances. It's very fresh. It has the mint, spearmint, sort of like bubblegummy sort of, but it has sort of like a peppery kick to it as well. Very beautiful and very projection beast sort of a fragrance. So this one is gonna get from me 8.5 out of 10 compared to Sauvage, Mr. Burberry EDT. Next, now here comes the big boys. Okay, Bleu de Chanel. Why this is, I'm putting it in Sauvage because we're talking about Sauvage today, so this one taking a back seat. But Bleu de Chanel is the first kind of fragrance. The EDT version is the first type of fragrance. You can see this came out and it made like a Chanel made a fragrance that is entirely different than what they were doing. And this one at first people were like, this is a blah. Okay, it's nothing special. It's a grapefruit and some sort of incense, some woodiness, you know. It's nothing special, people said. But then as time went by, this became so popular that Dior took a grab at it, and then they made Dior Sauvage copying Bleu de Chanel. I'm not saying they copied this fragrance, I'm just saying the conceptually, the blue fragrance, and they made one better with a better performance. So Bleu de Chanel compared to Sauvage, be very frank, I like the smell of it better than Sauvage, but the performance sucks compared to Sauvage. So the EDT, it projects really well for 2-3 hours. Summer's days at night time, if you do, I think I would suggest this nighttime for summers if it's a little bit breezy. This will last you 5 to 6 hours tops if it's breezy. Daytime, if you wait when the sun is up, 2 hours it's gone. Dior Sauvage lasts at least 3 times more. So that performance itself takes a little bit hit, but I'll rate this very highly. This is, let's say, 9 out of 10 for the smell. Longevity and projection, if you consider, it would be like 7.5 out of 10 compared to Dior Sauvage, but nonetheless good fragrance. Next is its bigger brother, is Bleu de Chanel EDP. So this is actually stronger than the EDT. Okay, it does last long time if you wear it in the right time. It's cool nights and stuff. It lasts 8 hours on me. 8 hours, yes, that's right. Projection is about 3 feet from you, and if it's a little bit air circulating, people can smell your fragrance. It's very stronger version of the EDT. So the new one, perfume version, is out. That's also very strong, but price point wise, $50 more than what this one is retailing for. So I don't know, I mean, I love Bleu de Chanel. I may buy it if I can afford it, but Bleu de Chanel is a DNA you cannot go wrong with. Okay, Chanel gives you quality. So compared to this Sauvage and this, I would put them equally. Like if you say where Sauvage and this one is, I'll put them as perfect 10 out of 10 for both. So these are both solid. So for the first time against Sauvage, one fragrance got 10 out of 10. Next, my new baby today. This is YSL Y. Look at the bottle because I haven't reviewed this. So just for the presentation, I think it's worth the getting. You know, it looks like the Tuxedo, whatever their exclusive lines are. Same bottle design, same cap. Very beautiful blue juice. So the thing is, why? What is this about? This is a different take on Sauvage-like fragrances. It's fresh, clean, somewhere leaning towards Prada L'Homme, sometimes leaning towards kind of like YSL L'Homme. Yeah, safe, pleasant, fruity, kind of like musky, woody, aquatic, fresh, airy fragrance. It has that polo blue sort of feel, but not as aquatic as the others. It's little sweet, like I like how Jeremy said it, little sweet, little aquatic, little bit of everything. So there's a little bit of everything, but it has good performance. It's very handsome. It's different enough. I would say it's different enough. It does smell a little bit more fruity version of Sauvage, okay? And this one doesn't have any pepper in it, so it's very handsome, masculine, subtle. It's not gonna offend anybody, but it's not gonna be like, wowing people like, when you wear Sauvage reaction versus this, Sauvage is gonna reach out to people a lot more. So if you compare these two, like this is a very good fragrance on its own. So I'll give this a solid 8, okay, compared to Sauvage. I'll give this a solid 8 just for the smell, and longevity is solid, and presentation wise, you see. So YSLY gets a solid 8. Next is one of my favorites in the line, Coach for Men. This fragrance, I don't think I reviewed it. Another one I haven't reviewed it. Bottle is just stunning, okay? Beautiful bottle, beautiful tag. Sprayer kind of shit. This sprayer is one of the worst sprayer I ever encountered. It smells like, it feels like one of the cheapest, most, I'm sorry to say, Coach, you should have put a much better sprayer than this. This feels like one of the like $10 cologne. They would have better sprayer than this, okay? That's my only complaint with this, but the bottle is really pretty. So this one has heavy ambroxan, and it has the advantages. It smells better than Sauvage because it's a little bit more, let's say, okay, it has a little bit more sweetness. Oh, I definitely love this over Dior Sauvage for the smell. This one leaves a nice central. It fills up a room. It has almost like a pineapple-y sort of feel going on, ambroxan heavy, and it's much more present than, I think, initial sprays 2 hours, 3 hours. It's more present than many other fragrances in my collection. So definitely for this, I'll give this like initial impression. Like I'll do it in an in-depth review, but in comparison with Sauvage, just the performance, Sauvage is gonna take the cake. Perfect 10. This is little lacking in the performance, like 7, 7.5. That's why it's gonna get 9 out of 10. Okay, Coach for him compared to Sauvage. We have plenty more to go. We have 3, 6 more to go. So let's not waste more time. Let's talk about Jean Paul Gaultier I Love Superman L'Homme I Love Superman edition. So this is not actually a Sauvage-like fragrance. It has a similar nature, similar season. It has a lot more mint going on, very refreshing, and it has a tonka bean. And I think there's another one I forgot. I think aldehydes. So this one, it's at first you think it's gonna be weak, gone, whatever. No, I Love Superman, Popeye, whatever you buy, if there's heat, a little bit heat, it comes back. It warms up your skin, and it brings back the fragrance. Okay, so it has good performance. This particular fragrance, it smells a little bit different than Sauvage, but same family. So compared to Sauvage, this one, Jean Paul Gaultier Superman, I reviewed this. I think I love the bottle way better than Sauvage. Presentation wise, it's a kick-ass presentation. I love Superman. So this thing, I'll give this like 8.5 out of 10. Okay, compared to Sauvage, great fragrance. You can pick up either one, you cannot go wrong. All right, let's talk about this baby. This one is, I think, J Royal. James loved this fragrance a lot. This Aqva Atlantic. So Aqva Atlantic, it's sort of like a flanker from Aqva line, and it has this red written here. At first when I sniffed it, I was sick. I didn't smell much, so I thought this one is very weak. And then when I got better, I tried it once again. This fragrance is very aromatic. It's very long lasting. It's almost as long as Sauvage lasts on you. This one lasts on you. So performance wise, I think Sauvage is 10, this is 9. But the smell wise, this has this own aromatic seaside feel to it, like sea water, but no saltiness. So I think this is a very nice choice. It's a hidden gem. I would say it's the dark horse in the whole lineup here. So definitely I'll give this like 9 out of 10 compared to Dior Sauvage. Not perfection yet, not quite, but very good fragrance. Aqva Atlantic. Okay, I should keep the Sauvage here. Okay, it's too far. Next, let's talk about, I have two more YSL. Let's talk about Lhomme Ultime. So this fragrance is not exactly like a Dior Sauvage type fragrance, but it has the similar function once again. So this is little toned down, but this one in the YSL, this Lhomme and La Nuit de L'Homme line, one of the longest lasting fragrances. It lasts and lasts. Okay, I got the best performance out of it in the winter when it was almost coming to an end, but still chilling, you know, like a little bit breeze blowing. That's why that rose note picked up. Oh, it projects like so gorgeous. It's not like Shura. Okay, do not think it's like Shura, but it has this amazing romantic different, you know. It's like, you know, you smell it on someone, you'll be like, oh man, you smell different, you smell really nice, what is it, you know. It's not, it's a very unusual sort of smell, but very pleasant. Okay, so compared to Sauvage, I think this is very, very good fragrance also. I'll give this like 8.5 out of 10 compared to Sauvage L'Homme Ultime. Next, another YSL. This is a solid one. This is Eau Electrique. So this is what this is. This is a La Nuit de l'Homme Eau Electrique. So it's a La Nuit de l'Homme flanker of a flanker of a flanker. So this fragrance, it has that fresh, clean, superb. It has a beautiful opening to the next one I'm about to show you, but it has this blue opening. It has a sort of like La Nuit de l'Homme for the, you know, evening time or daytime, nighttime. It has more strength than La Nuit de l'Homme for me. So this has beautiful. It has a sort of like a fruity, pineapple-y sort of a feel with the blue feel with the La Nuit de l'Homme DNA. It's sweet, and compared to Sauvage, really, really more interesting in terms of smell. So I think this one will get perfect 10 for me because it has that performance. The juice color is blue, you know, that's gonna take the cake. So these two I would say is sort of like a tie. So yeah, kind of surprising but true. Eau Electrique, it's a beautiful fragrance. In comparison to Sauvage, both gets 10. All right, two more left. Now the next one I was telling you is very similar to Eau Electrique opening, that is Pure Excess by Paco Rabanne. So yes, why is it compared to Sauvage? Because they have the blue. You see in the comment the fade is also blue, but this has a lot more interesting stuff going on, guys. This one has that vanilla, sugary, burnt sugar vanilla, and it has a like a boozy quality to it. It's very alluring. It's extremely long lasting. And I would say once again we have a tie. Dior Sauvage and Pure Excess. Comparing these two, check out my review on this one. This is a hidden gem. This is a sleeper. So compared these two, way more interesting. But since we cannot give more than 10, both are 10. Last but not least, coming to the blue era, So Bleu by Mancera. See? Okay. Now we have a similar looking, cylindrical looking bottle. So now, performance wise, So Bleu is gonna beat Dior Sauvage, and that is something. That is really something. Sauvage, it's a beast, you know. Like, it's a funny thing, some people say they don't smell it after 2 hours, but it's there, trust me. On the shirt, it's 10 hours plus. This is 12 hours plus, 14 hours plus. That long it lasts. In the shirt it lasts days. All right, so performance wise it takes down Sauvage, boom. But smell wise, this is a little bit more watery, aquatic, floral, bit more sweet and bit more present than Dior Sauvage. Sauvage is sort of like toned down if you compare these two, right? So again, let's not give it just for the performance, not give it 10. I'll give this 9 out of 10 compared to Dior Sauvage. Only reason I think Dior Sauvage is little better smelling, okay, because the how it comes to my nose, that's how I see it. So 9 and this is 10. So that's the overall. Oh, that was some long fragrance list. But anyway, none of these fragrances that I showed you are bad. You can buy any of them. The whole point is whatever the companies did, they have their own subtle changes, own subtle touches. You know, some of them they're more aquatic, more sweetness, more floral compared to Sauvage. So you want to try any of these? I bought them, I used them, like them. I haven't got any bad reaction with any of these fragrances. But then the ones that got 10 compared to Dior Sauvage, which is tie with Dior Sauvage, check those out more. Those are some of the best fragrances in the market currently, right? So anyway, that is Dior Sauvage and its buddies. Take care, guys. Signing out. Sorry for the long video. I'll talk to you soon. Bye bye.